In 2021, if you wanted to know something, you Googled it. In 2022, a machine started drawing your thoughts. 2023, a simple chat window broke the internet. 100 million people showed up in 60 days. 2024, every tech giant on the planet declared war on each other to build the most powerful AI. And in 2025, it stopped waiting for instructions. It just started doing things. 5 years, one revolution. Let's go from the beginning because the story matters. To understand where we are, you have to feel where we were. In early 2021, AI was still a lab experiment. Smart people in universities and big tech campuses were poking at it, but nobody outside those walls really cared. Then, in January 2021, OpenAI released something quietly strange. It was called DALL-E. You typed a description, any description, and a machine tried to paint it. The outputs were bizarre, surreal. A snail made of harp strings, an armchair shaped like an avocado. People shared them like they had spotted an UFO, because in a way they had. A few months later, GitHub quietly released Copilot, an AI that sat beside you while you coded. It watched your keystrokes, understood what you were building, and finished your sentences in code. The reactions was divided. Half the developer world loved it. Suddenly you had a tireless assistant who never charged your variable names. The other half quietly opened a new tab and typed, "Will AI replace programmers?" But here is the part most people missed. GPT-3 had already been quietly released in 2020, a language model with 175 billion parameters. That number sounds abstract. It was not. It was the largest, most powerful language brain ever built. And developers everywhere were building on top of it. Writing tools, email drafters, summarizers, chatbots. The revolution was not announced, it was assembled quietly in hundreds of tiny projects by people most of us had never heard of. 2021 ended with a spark, not a fire. The take was real, the potential was clear, but the world had not noticed yet. That was about to change. If 2021 was AI knocking on the door, 2022 was AI kicking it open. In August, Stability AI released Stable Diffusion, and it was open source, free, downloadable, no subscription, no waitlist, just here you go world. You could download the entire model onto your own computer and generate images all day for free. The internet did not handle this responsibly, which was exactly the point. Artists who had spent years building a distinctive visual style woke up to find that style being copied by a text prompt in 4 seconds. The anger was instant and completely understandable. Then the story that broke everything. A man named Jason Allen entered the Colorado State Fair's fine art competition. He won the first place, and then he revealed he had created the piece using Midjourney. The art community erupted. Is this art? Is this theft? Should it have been disqualified? Nobody agreed then. Nobody fully agrees now. But that argument forced everyone to confront something real. The rule had changed. Meanwhile, Midjourney's images were genuinely stunning. Baroque cathedrals, alien sunsets, portraits that looked painted by a Renaissance master, the kind of visuals that used to take studio weeks, now appearing in 30 seconds from a sentence. And quietly, very quietly, OpenAI also released GPT 3.5, the upgrade that taught the model to actually follow instructions like a human would. No more arcane prompting tricks. You just talk to it and it listened. Google's DeepMind also releases AlphaCode, an AI that entered competitive programming contests. It did not win, but it placed in the top half of human participants. And that was enough to make every software engineer sit up straight. ChatGPT had launched in late November 2022, but 2023 was when the world actually found it. 1 million users in 5 days, 100 million users in 2 months. No product in human history had ever grown that fast. Not Instagram, not TikTok, not YouTube, nothing. ChatGPT did not go viral, it went geological. It did not just spread, it reshaped the ground everyone was standing on. Then in March, GPT-4 arrived. It could look at an image and describe it. It passes the medical licensing exam. It scored top 10% on the bar exam. Things that took humans years to learn. Teachers everywhere sent each other the same panic message. How do we know if our student wrote this? Universities rewrote plagiarism policies in real time, some of them getting it badly wrong. A professor failed a student for an AI generated essay. The essay was factually correct, beautifully written, and undetectable. The question was not just about cheating, it was what exactly are we teaching? Then, almost imperceptibly, something shifted. Within 6 months, asking ChatGPT felt as natural as Googling. People stopped announcing they used it, they just used it. Then Geoffrey Hinton, the man who more than almost anyone invented the foundation of modern AI, quit Google at 75, not to retire, to warn us. He said he regretted some of his life's work, that the technology had moved faster than anyone, including him, expected. When the person who built the engine says the car is going too fast, you buckle up. 2024 felt like a new model dropped every single week. OpenAI, Google, Anthropic, Meta, all racing, all announcing, all trying to outbenchmark each other. 40 plus major models released in a single year. OpenAI's GPT-4o would see, hear, and speak all at once in real time. The demo showed it talking a student through a maths problem with the patience and warmth of a favorite teacher. People cried watching it. That is not an exaggeration. Then OpenAI released O1, and this one was genuinely different. It did not just generate an answer, it reasoned through the problem first, step by step, like a chess grandmaster playing slow, deliberate moves. The result on hard science and maths were staggering. And then Sora arrived. One text prompt, 60 seconds of photorealistic video, rain soaked streets in Tokyo, consistent lighting, realistic physics, no camera crew, no location, just words and a video that looked like it cost $1 million to shoot. VFX studios called emergency meetings. Directors who had built their careers on spectacle sat in silence, not angry, not dismissive, just recalculating. Back in India, something quieter but equally significant happened. GCCs, TCS, Infosys, Wipro, every major firm launched dedicated AI teams. Pune, Bangalore, Hyderabad. The corridors that once echoed with Java architecture debates started filling with ML engineers and AI product managers. This was not just a tech trend, this was a workforce shift. If you were a developer watching this happen, you had a simple choice: learn the new tools or watch others learn them for you. Every AI before 2025 had one thing in common: it waited. You asked, it answered. But agents don't wait, they act. OpenAI's operator could open your browser, fill a form, book a flight, confirm a ticket while you made coffee. You did not click anything, you just said what you wanted. Anthropic's Claude gained computer use. It could see your screen, move your cursor, and execute real tasks in real apps, not a demo. An actual product people used every day. O3 scored 87.5% on ARC AGI, a benchmark designed to be impossible for AI. It needs abstract logic, not pattern matching. Humans score 85%, O3 beat them. Then DeepSeek hit. A Chinese lab matched OpenAI's best for $6 million. OpenAI spent hundreds of millions. The idea that only trillion-dollar companies could play this game gone overnight. Google's VO2 generated 2 minute cinematic sequence with physics accurate water and cloth. One filmmaker produced an entire short film's B-roll in an afternoon. Film schools rewrote their curriculum that way. Code generation crossed a threshold too. Claude and Gemini 2.0 scaffolded working full stack apps from a single paragraph, not boilerplate, real products. Days of work done in minutes. By 2026, AI stopped feeling remarkable. It's in your IDE, your search, your spreadsheets. Nobody announces they used it. It's just there, like electricity. You only notice when it's gone. Somewhere right now, researchers are arguing about whether their latest model crossed the line called AGI. The thing experts said was decades away. They are genuinely not sure it has not already happened. 5 years from a snail harp nobody understood to agents acting while you sleep. That's not progress. That's a rupture. The timelines collapsed. What experts said would take a decade happened in 3 years. So the question is not whether AI changes your field. It already did. The only question is which side of that you are on. The person learning the tools or the person waiting for it to pass.